Okay, black people, what's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Every day on TikTok, we have some diaspora wars going on. Fighting with ourselves, never fighting with the hand behind, the one that's want to keep us divided, the one that gave us fake history, the ones that sending storm, because that wasn't even a storm. That was a new weapon, a new harp weapon that moved through the Caribbean. We don't have it. No, we don't have the energy for that. Mm? We don't have the energy for the hidden hand that always have black Americans in some form of diaspora war. Mm? Every day I'm like, please, can somebody wake up and see what they're doing? Huh? We don't have the energy for those who have kept us oppressed all these years, 400 years. We don't have the energy. Mm? We're always going to the low hanging fruit. Mm? The low-hanging fruit, the easiest thing for us to do. You think that's what our ancestors were doing? That's what our ancestors were doing? Huh? You think that's what our ancestors were doing? They go for the head. They went for the juggernaut. You cut off the head and everything else stop. But all we can do is cutting off the toes. Huh? Cutting off the toes. Let me start with Jamaica. Jamaica, you shouldn't have any time to be on TikTok warring with anyone. Huh? We have a government that's inept. We have our island was the test ground for a category 5 with nanobots. A bomb was literally thrown in our island, but guess what? We don't have energy for that. Some people said, oh, Google said no, there's no weapon, there's no weather modification. Google says that. We don't even believe that. We don't have the energy to go to the government and protest for them to help people in the storm. We don't have that kind of energy. What we have energy for is a few bad apples. And yes, what? They want to complain, yes, that the food wasn't good or whatever. Yeah, they received a bad deal. Did they behave bad? No. But some energy need to go to the hotel owners. I don't see anybody, Jamaicans, talking about the hotel owners who start charging $600 a night during a storm for some muffins, for some cookies. And then you're going to start paint other people with that same brush. Jamaicans shouldn't have any time. I'm not on the island and I don't even have the time. My heart is so broken to see what they did to our island. And if you're tapping your ancestors, it's mad. If you're Jamaican, if your blood, just a little touch, your blood is have a little touch of Jamaican blood in you, you're raging inside because you know that was not natural. And all I can see, what? Why? Is Jamaica in such a low vibration that they know this weapon would work? Have we looked in ourselves? Have we gone inside and said, why were we the test ground for such a destructive weapon? Do we ask that question? No. Oh no, but we no, but we can start a diaspora war. We don't have the energy for that. We don't have the energy for those who are trying to rob us of our future. No, we don't have that. Just yesterday, they found a town that everybody in that town is homeless. Hmm? Well, if you don't have the energy for that, get up off your butt and go down there and bring some water. Bring a machete and help move some stuff off the street. That's our problem. Oh, the storm didn't come. I'm good, so I can stay here and create some distraction. And what you're also doing is stopping help from coming to the people. You're selfish. Or just looking out for self. We need to go back to caring about our brothers and sisters. And for the Black Americans, listen, yes, you're foundational Black Americans. Yes, you are. This country belongs to you. So, why are you beef with diaspora people? Huh? Every day I see on TikTok, Black Americans beefing with Africans, Black Americans beefing with Haitians, Black Americans beefing with Brits. Can't you see it? Can't you see it, Black Americans? You are the prize. You are the one they want to remain distracted. They don't want you to want your own land in this United States of America. I commented on it on TikTok a couple weeks ago and they banned me. I was in jail. They don't want you to say, no, we need our own country. Listen, Black Americans, and I hope this finds you. You are 40 million people. The diaspora in America is only 4 million people. We're not your problem. We're not stopping nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh. They put these bully Negroes in our community, in the Black community, to distract us from the truth. They have stupidity asking for money. Oh, we want money for reparation. You want your damn land. That's what you want. You want your own community. You're only I think there's a British guy that did it. Black Americans can have their own country. And that's what you need. That's the goal. However, Black people have their, Jamaicans can say they're Jamaicans, British can say they're British, Kenyans, Nigerians, Black American needs their own country. And that's what they're distracting you from. You can't see it? They know. And listen, by the way, who's going to help you get your own country? It's the diaspora. So you're going to beef with everybody, burn your bridges down, and then when your time comes to needing us, then everybody going to be like, no. Oh, our ancestors did it before. Jamaicans went to Haiti. Haiti came to America. And that's how we whip their butt. Yes, with voodoo, with obia, with energy. That's what that is about. Malcolm X says revolution won't be televised. Our ancestors going to move through our bodies. Our DNA is going to be upgraded. So no, when we are fighting against each other in a low vibrational state, we can't hear our ancestors. Black Americans, you're the prize. They don't want you to want your own country. And listen, you think the diaspora is getting anything? If you think the diaspora is your problem, you don't know what's going on in this country. We are your friends. In spite of everything, focus on the prize. We are your friends. We're going back. They tell us we're going forward. We're going back to who we are. We're going backwards. Time is an illusion. And it's time for you to get what you deserve. And listen, they talk about America. Americas include the Caribbean, not just the mainland. That's how it was, and that's how it's going back to. Our ancestors moved freely. Caribbean, North America, South America, and the Caribbean. We are the Americas. All right. My next is the Africans. Africans, please stop telling us what our history is. You're coming from what the colonizers taught you. You're coming from the place of what the colonizers taught you. And you think you know our history. Did you know that Americans was taken to Africa to build Liberia and a lot of countries over there, Cape Verde? You know those are Americans? Stop going around dictating history to us based on what you were taught in school. And I know up to probably 10 years ago, slavery wasn't even taught in African schools. So stop dictating what you think you know to people, and stop being on the internet telling everybody else. Yes, I agree. Every diaspora have a certain genetic, what they call gray line, to help us in our resurrection. I agree. You guys are smart. We're all smart in our own way. So don't be on TikTok and don't be on these social media platforms. Try to dictate to everybody in your masculinity who you think we are, based on what your colonizers taught you. You don't have the strength to go and take them out your community or feeding off your resources. But you have strength to come here to dictate and tell people who they are, because you think you know more. And if you know more, then you should know who we are. My next person is the British. My next people are the British, because what the British is doing is jumping on Black Americans and saying this and saying that. And the problem with the British is the British, they too just sit under the oppression. They don't have any balls to rise up. They don't know that they are the true line. And with some people in the Caribbean to that crown. You don't know that. So no, it's easier to war with Black Americans, war with each other, but the people who have their feet on their neck, you totally ignored. And I remember when they were killing Meghan Markle, I think her name is, and I'm like, where are the Black Brits? Where are their voices? There was silence. There were silence. Where are you? Huh? Do you have a voice? Huh? All right. My next person, Haiti. Yes. Oh, yes. I do believe Haiti was an empire. Yeah. Somehow it seems like I was part of that, based on what I see in my meditation. Yeah. But what we do now? What we gonna do about that, Haiti? Yeah, you were an empire. So what your ancestors is trying to tell you, it has to start with you guys. You guys have to rise up as you rise up before. This revolution has to start with you guys. Not to be on Facebook debating if you were an empire. Once you know it, you know it. It doesn't matter who believe it. Who is tapping, who is raising their vibration will know. And that's all we are doing. My point is, all we are doing is arguing about the low-hanging fruit. We're arguing about the low-hanging fruit while our oppressors still have their feet on our neck. We have to ignore these divisions. Malcolm X says they do not want us unite. They do not want us unite, people. Please focus on the task. If I've never seen us come together as much as I've seen in the past couple weeks since the storm came through the Caribbean. We were united, and all of a sudden the hidden hand has to come and take that away from us. Take that away from us. Come on, people. We rise. We rise.